Hello Glee fans, this is Shamus Kelley, video editor of the Towerlight, here with your Opinionated Glee review of Season 3, Episode 2, I Am Unicorn. I will go on the record, I actually like this episode. And I was kind of surprised because after last week's sort of middle of the road, good but not great, I was kind of expecting more of the same, but this episode did something that I liked, but it's also kind of indicative of the problems of Glee too, so we'll get to that in a second. You know what? Why not? We'll get to it now. The thing with Glee is that, and I've always joked, they forget about things. I mentioned all of that last week. But the one thing that always got to me in the first season was something where Quinn stayed at Mercedes' house because her family disowned her or whatever. The writers simply forgot that existed after Quinn was pregnant. Well, no longer, because they actually use it as an awesome plot point. Now, Glee writers, you forgot about it for like a whole season and a half, or well, a whole season. Now you remembered. I guess you wanted to use it as a plot point, so it worked. Good job, Glee writers. You get 2 thumbs up. But this whole episode in general, it's really hard to do my job on this show when an episode is good, because then I can't make fun of things, and that makes this really difficult. But I'll do my best. Well, first, let's talk about what all the YouTube commenters want to hear about Kurt and Blaine. Now, I've already seen a lot of comments online like, oh my god, they're going to break up. Oh my god, what are we going to do without our wholesome gay couple on the show? There's drama in real life, people. Not all couples are happy 24/7. This is what we call like a bumpy road in the relationship, maybe like a rocky patch. But other than that, it's not anything more than this. It's just them having drama. I like drama. It helps the characters grow. It's not stupid drama either. It's good drama. And also the whole thing with Kurt, like, not wanting to be masculine, but then he realizes that he can't, but then he's still sad about that Blaine's going to get the part when he's not. It's just so many things were going on in this episode with that plot line, and I was so into it. I was like, yes, Glee, you're back on track, if it was ever on track. You know what's going on. But my other favorite part of this episode was the whole Quinn, Puck, and Idina Menzel character. I don't remember her name. The whole, like, what?
Her name's Shelby.
I don't care. But yeah, Idina Menzel. That whole, like, she's bringing, like, Quinn and Puck's baby back. Yeah, it's just kind of an excuse to have Idina Menzel, but they made it work. We got to see some real emotion from Puck, something that I haven't seen in a long time, except for the whole Zeistes thing, but that's not happening anymore. So now Puck gets to do something. It's actually cool and not all comic reliefy. And the whole thing with Quinn, I thought they were just going to have her go through a couple episodes of being all, I'm alternative, screw Glee. Now, she's playing nice, but she's only playing nice so that she can see her kid. She still is in that whole, like, grrr phase, and I'm really excited to see where they go with that. That's a very interesting plotline. They've set it up, and now they can, play it out over a couple of episodes. What about the other plots of this episode? The whole thing with Rachel and Idina Menzel, it's like, man, Mom, stay away from me. No. Oh, wait, there's a musical number. It's time to, sing together. I don't have any emotional issues with you anymore. Oh, Glee, why? But here's an issue I had with the episode, and this is probably my biggest one. Glee writers, figure out how stupid Brittany is. Depending on the episode, she's either really, really smart and really, really insightful, or she is dumb as all hell. What's going on? Please figure this out. In this episode, like, I feel like the Glee writers realize that people like it when Brittany says really dumb lines, so they've just amped it up now, and now they're almost doing what they think people want out of Brittany, when really this isn't what people want from Brittany at all. They just want her to be, Brittany from, basically from season 2, because that's when she really started to get popular. This just seemed like they were just making her dumb for the sake of the plot and not for the sake of the character, which I hate doing. And, I mean, it was cute, the whole stuff with thinking Kurt's a unicorn, and then that was the ultimate lesson of the episode for Kurt. It was cute, and then she wants to run for president. That will be an interesting plot line to go back to, but next episode she'll be smart, or she'll be really dumb. I don't know what this season is going to do. They had that cute little moment with Brittany and Santana. More of the same that we've seen before, but nice for all the, the lesbians and girl lovers out there, girl lovers who, really like that pairing. So, yeah, you gave them something. What else about this episode? I love that they called out Finn can't dance. Now, if they can only call out he can't sing, then it'll be perfect. Perfect. And also the thing, once again, and this is something I didn't bring up last week that I really want to talk about, can the writers come to a consensus if Sue is evil or not? Because last season at the end she was trying to help Glee Club out, and then they sort of retcon that, and now she's really, really evil and wants to take them all down. Not a fan. This is once again like the writers writing to what people think Sue should be, what she's really not. But another thing I did like in this episode was, Coach Beast had been gone for pretty much the whole second half of the second season. And I like that she's back right in the center and in the spotlight. And she gets to be funny. Like, it's nice to have that different dynamic, because before it was just Mr. Shu and Miss Pillsbury as the teachers with, Sue on the side. Now we get like a much better and different dynamic, and I like that. I like that they're helping to direct the musical, which Artie is helping to direct. I think they had brought up Artie had video making skills before, but I don't remember that being a very big plot point. So that's Glee making things up or remembering things. I don't care to go back to the first season to check this out. But, I mean, it's nice, and it gives Artie something to do that doesn't involve him being in a wheelchair or lusting after somebody, which also brings me to the fact that the person who introduces, the whole thing that Artie likes to make short videos is Tina, who gets 1 line this week, maybe 2. Okay, Tina watch for this week, she got like 1 or 2 lines. Is this going to become the norm? Is this what we're going to see in every episode? She is a main star, Glee writers. A main star. Give her something to do. You're just kind of throwing your money at her. I mean, it's just not fair. It's just not fair for that actress to, have to be put on the sideline like that. Oh, God. What else to say about this episode? The songs. Kurt's thing where he was like throwing some ninja sais around. That was cool. Completely unnecessary, but whatever. It was cool to look at. Blaine singing at the end. I think my heart skipped like 5 beats. It was beautiful. Beautiful. And what a great way to close out the episode. The rest of the songs, I didn't really care about. They were just kind of there. I find it funny that a lot of people tell me, I only watch Glee for the songs. I watch Glee for the plot, and maybe that's a bad way to watch the show because I make fun of the plot all the time. But, who knows? One other thing I liked about this episode was that Mr. Shu got to be cool. Like last week there was too much Mr. Shu, and seeing him in bed with somebody was just kind of gross. But when he had his big, like, get your life together, Quinn, that was awesome. I want to see more of Mr. Shu like that, unless they decide that he's a different character next week, which Glee does. So this episode of Glee gets a pretty solid, I had problems with this episode, but overall I kind of enjoyed it. This gets a pretty solid B+. It could have been an A or an A-, but there was a couple, I think the thing with Brittany really dragged it down for me. But still, it was a really enjoyable episode, and they've set up a lot of cool things that they didn't really set up as much last week, and they directly set things up this week. So I'm excited to see where it goes. So until then, see you later.